Growing speckled Roma tomatoes can be a rewarding experience, not just for the delicious fruits they produce, but also for the joy of nurturing a plant from seed to harvest. First, let's talk about the seeds. When you're starting out, it's essential to choose high-quality seeds. You can find them at local garden centers or online. Look for seeds that are specifically labeled as speckled Roma, known for their unique marbled skin and rich flavor. Once you have your seeds, it's time to prepare for planting. Start indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date in your area. This timing is crucial because tomatoes love warmth and sunlight. You'll need seed trays or small pots filled with a good quality seed starting mix. This mix should be light and well draining, allowing the seeds to germinate without becoming waterlogged. Plant the seeds about a 1/4 inch deep and water them gently. Cover the trays with plastic wrap or a humidity dome to retain moisture, but remember to remove it once the seeds start to sprout to prevent mold. Now let's talk about light. Once those little green shoots emerge, they'll need plenty of light to grow strong and healthy. If you don't have a sunny windowsill, consider using grow lights. Position them a few inches above the seedlings and keep them on for about 12 to 16 hours a day. This will help your plants develop sturdy stems and lush foliage. As they grow, thin out the seedlings, leaving the strongest ones in each pot. This will give them the space they need to thrive. As the seedlings grow, you'll want to keep an eye on the temperature. Tomatoes prefer a warm environment, ideally between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and a bit cooler at night. If your home is too cool, consider using a heat mat to provide consistent warmth. Watering is another critical aspect during this stage. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not soggy. Overwatering can lead to root rot, while underwatering can stunt growth. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Once the danger of frost has passed and your seedlings have developed a few sets of true leaves, it's time to harden them off. This process involves gradually introducing them to outdoor conditions. Start by placing them outside for a few hours each day, gradually increasing the time over a week or two. This acclimatization helps prevent shock when you finally transplant them into the garden. When you are ready to plant them outside, choose a sunny spot in your garden. Speckled Roma tomatoes thrive in full sun, so look for a location that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day. Prepare the soil by mixing in compost or well-rotted manure to enrich it. Tomatoes love nutrient-rich soil, and this will help them grow strong and healthy. Dig holes that are deep enough to accommodate the root ball of your seedlings, and space them about 18 to 24 inches apart to allow for good air circulation. Before planting, consider adding a little bit of fertilizer to the hole. A balanced fertilizer with equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium will give your plants a good start. Place the seedlings in the holes, burying them up to the first set of leaves. This encourages strong root development, as tomatoes can grow roots along their buried stems. After plantings, water them thoroughly to help settle the soil around the roots. As your plants grow, they'll need support. Speckled Roma tomatoes can become quite heavy with fruit, so consider using stakes or cages to keep them upright. If you choose to stake them, insert the stakes at the time of planting to avoid disturbing the roots later. As the plants grow, tie the stems to the stakes with soft twine or plant ties, being careful not to damage the stems. Now, let's discuss watering and fertilizing. Consistency is key. Water your tomatoes deeply once or twice a week, depending on rainfall. It's better to water deeply and less frequently than to give them shallow water every day. This encourages deep root growth. Mulching around the base of the plants can help retain moisture and suppress weeds, which is a win-win. As for fertilizing, you can switch to a low nitrogen fertilizer once the plants start to flower. This will promote fruit development rather than excessive leafy growth. Pest management is another important aspect of growing speckled Roma tomatoes. Keep an eye out for common pests like aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies. If you notice any infestations, consider using insecticidal soap or neem oil as a natural remedy. Additionally, encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings, which can help control pest populations. Crop rotation is also a good practice to prevent soil-borne diseases. Avoid planting tomatoes in the same spot year after year. As the summer progresses, you'll see those beautiful speckled fruits start to form. It's a thrilling moment, watching your hard work pay off. Be patient, as tomatoes need time to ripen. Harvest them when they're firm but slightly soft to the touch, and the color is vibrant. The speckled skin is a sign of their unique character, and the flavor is truly exceptional. After harvesting, you can save seeds from your best fruits for next year's planting. Just scoop out the seeds, rinse them, and let them dry completely before storing them in a cool, dark place. This way, you can continue the cycle of growing speckled Roma tomatoes year after year. In the end, growing speckled Roma tomatoes is not just about the end product. It's about the journey, the lessons learned, the patience developed, and the connection to nature that deepens with each season. So roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and enjoy the process. There's nothing quite like the taste of a homegrown tomato. And with a little care and attention, you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest that you can savor all summer long.